The 320 years of gladiatorial combats. Standing there, they were the bodyguards of the Caesars. In the galleries, on my left and right, there used to be plenty of cleaning men at work in the Colosseum, equipped with the big hooks to enter the stage, grab the carcasses of humans and animals, and drag them out of the Colosseum. Spectators sat right here above the pillars. In this moment, we found ourselves indoor. The prime position was called the podium, was kind of a flat floor, going from the pillars on our left to the ones here. So a tiny section all the way around, only for the Senate. While from the second row pillars up to the balconies, all the way around, there used to be middle-class spectators, rich spectators, including merchants, businessmen and foreigners. From the balconies, where you see people walk up to the windows, there used to be the middle class. Remember though, when you'll be upstairs, that had you been a spectator, you would be walking across a covered passageway and people would be not allowed to look out of the balustrade. So people had to go into these galleries with their tickets and a number corresponding to the ramp of stairs to go through and then find their own seat, because the second ring was divided into many triangles called cuneus, edges. Past the windows, there used to be the plebeians coming in with a free ticket. Now this was the policy of emperors, granting poor bread and games. So all the others had to buy a ticket, except for the poor. On top of the Colosseum, where you see the railing up there used to be a colonnade. The colonnade was the standing section for women all over the Roman Empire, forbidden from dating singers, actors, charioteers and gladiators. In the Colosseum there was still one exception for the Vestal Virgins, allowed in prime position here. When the emperor was not in Rome, the person in power to decide on life or death at the end of a crowd vote was the eldest among the Vestal Virgins. Capacity of the Colosseum, 94,000 spectators according to book guides. According to Latin archives. According to our books, only 50,000. We don't know where is the truth. I see no reason why doubting about the Latin archives, but for sure, since the benches were wide enough to have a person sit and put his own legs without kicking the one ahead, 50, 60,000 Maximus makes sense. At the end of the civil war versus Mark Antony, this man had no money left. So the Colosseum could be financed only after the conquest of Jerusalem, when General Titus came back to Rome with the 50,000 kilos of silver and gold. Over there, you see the behind the stage of the Colosseum, the drained up in the year 71 AD. The walls down there used to create a maze called the Hypogeum, with the 15 corridors, where the organizers at night time used to lock carnivores in the dark, torture them all night long after starving them in the zoo nearby in order to drive them crazy and make sure the fight could be interesting. Excuse me, don't think it to be automatic that a lion came out of a trapdoor and attacked them. If you are the director, you have to make sure this happened in order to get a big tip from your emperor. One day Septimius Severus promised 100 lions to the audience. The animals didn't show up. They had been starved in the zoo 3 weeks prior to the combat. So they fell asleep in the elevators, the show didn't take place, and the next day the director became good food for the lions. I think so. In a quarry, because they had to take advantage of the palace of Nero being here, so to destroy everything and make room for the stadium, and find a very wide open space in the heart of Rome. Because you know what was the problem with the Circus Maximus? People going ahead at night time to save a seat, overwhelming each other and killing each other. Meanwhile, around here there would be plenty of open spaces to let people go towards the Colosseum and not getting killed at night time. Although to go to the Circus Maximus, which was the most popular stadium ever made in the Roman Empire, there would be no tickets for sale. So that's why people had to save a seat at 1 o'clock a.m. Meanwhile, to get admission to the Colosseum, people had to purchase a ticket. Senators were given free tickets by the emperors, but in exchange they had to help the emperor buy animals from overseas. So if you're a senator, what to do with the 600 free tickets? Hand them out to your supporters, probably before the Romanian prisoners of war, Dacians. Imagine in the year 105, 11,000 like those to fight and die in the Colosseum. At the end of a 90-day session, they were all dead. But you know why? None of them had ever been given a training. So at the eyes of an emperor, they were costing zero. A professional was costing a lot of money. Are you a slave? A manager must buy you from a market. Are you a volunteer? A manager must give you the 20,000 euros I told you before. And then every day you are going to enjoy the same diet consisting of red meat, beans, garlic, killing each other, but bears playing with humans. In one of the games called the Cochlea, there was a pole planted in the middle, 4 sliding doors attached. In a quarter, a man, in the opposite, a bear. The bear, starving, was looking for food, the man hiding behind the doors all the time. Until when a director agreed for the man to run out of the machinery, heading up quickly to the exit before the bear could realize and run after him in order to enjoy his meal. 5:23, the Colosseum was abandoned. Nobody cared about the plenty of animals which died in the basement. Slowly they blocked up the sewing system, no longer operating after 2 centuries. So imagine stinky water to spread in the middle and mix into the wood from the battlefield, which vanished eventually, creating in the middle a mixture of organic and anorganic materials, kind of a stinky swamp. The Colosseum became, first of all, a deposit for excrement used by farmers living outside. The hills where nowadays you enjoy Roman ruins were turned into vineyards, where Romans used to make wine up to 2 centuries ago. Imagine here to be a red light district, robbers, murderers, prostitutes at night time. Then Franciscan friars occupying the Colosseum in 1349. After a while, this became a quarry for construction materials.